Okay, welcome to the second half of the video. Thanks for coming back. We're going to do one final example together and then you'll have one that you can try yourself. So again, the first step is to label each equation. Label this as 1 and this is 2. And see if you can find any x or y term that has a coefficient of 1 or negative 1. Well, this is 2x, this is 2y, this is 3x. This one right here is negative 1y. So that's the equation we want to start with. So we're going to isolate equation 2 for the y value. So this equation starts off with 3x minus y equals negative 5. So, different ways that you can isolate this. The one that I'll show you here is we're going to subtract 3x from both sides. And that will give us negative y equals negative 3x minus 5. And then because that's negative, we don't want a negative y, we want a positive y. What you'll do is divide everything by negative 1. And that will leave you with y equals 3x plus 5. And that you can call equation 3 if you want to. So, what we're going to do now is take this value of y, and this came from equation 2, so that means we're going to substitute it into the y of equation 1. So substitute equation 3 into equation 1. The reason you don't use equation 2 is because that's the equation we started with. So you're going to take the expression of y, substitute it into the y of the first equation. So that means we're going to have 2x plus 2 times 3x plus 5 equals 6. So this was equal to y, so we have 2x plus 2y equals 6. Now use your grade 9 equation solving skills to solve that for x, which means you'll have to use distributive law right there. So we're going to start with 2x plus 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 5 is 10, and that's equal to 6. Collect like terms. 2x plus 6x is 8x. Subtract 10 from both sides. That gives you 8x equals negative 4. Divide both sides by 8. And you get x equals negative 4 over 8. And put into lowest terms. If you have a fraction, you have to put it into lowest terms. So now we're going to take that x equals negative 1/2 and substitute it into equation 3 so that we can solve for y. So equation 3 was equal to y equals, what was it? Y equals 3x plus 5. So we're going to take that x equals negative 1/2 and substitute it in. Again, you can either use your fraction skills or the fraction button on your calculator. 3 times negative 1/2 is negative 3 over 2. And to add these, you can add them on your calculator or get a common denominator. 5 would be equal to 10 over 2. So negative 3 over 2 plus 10 over 2 is 7 over 2. So your x value is negative 1/2 and your y value is 7. That's your x, that's your y. To check your work, we're going to substitute that into 2x plus 2y equals 6. So the left side was 2x plus 2y, and the right side was equal to 6. So x was equal to negative 1/2, and y was equal to 7 over 2. Oops. That was a 7 over 2. So use your fraction button or use your skills. 2 times negative 1/2 is negative 1. 2 times 7 over 2 is 7. Negative 1 plus 7 is 6. And that equals the right side. So you've seen a bunch of examples. Now you're going to try one on your own. So try this example on your own, check your answer as well, and then come back to the video to check your work. So press pause now and try example 4. Okay, welcome back. In this example, you had a y with a coefficient of 1 here and a y with a coefficient of negative 1 here. So you could have isolated either one of these. I chose to take equation 1 and isolate the y because the y was positive. So equation 1, subtracted 5x from both sides, and we got our expression for y. That gets substituted into the y of the other equation. Using your grade 9 algebra skills or equation solving skills, distributive property, collect like terms, add 12 to both sides, divide both sides by 8. That gives you your x value. We're going to take that x value and substitute it into this equation to get the y value. And your solution is 1, 7. Now to check your answer, because we used the second equation to get our value of y, you use the first equation to do the check. 5x plus y equals 12. And when we checked our answer, we got left side equals right side, so the solution was correct. So I know it gets a little bit confusing, so if there was any of this that you didn't understand, please make note of it and ask your teacher in class the next day. But hopefully you understood it and are able to solve some linear systems in class next day. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Bye-bye.